Welcome back, everybody. Here we go again. Got myself another hockey helmet. Had it shipped on in and open it on up, check it on out. This time, this guy wanted to have a Maverick theme from the movie Top Gun. So he had it all bubble wrapped up. Look at it, looked like some kind of sticker kit that was on it. So the process I do is I go ahead and unscrew the cage, take the cage, put the bolts aside, then I undo the padding on the back. And I put all the screws back in the original hole so I know I'm not missing anything. After I've done all that, go ahead and had bubble wrap already there, so I just wrapped up the cage part, stuck it in the shipping box along with the padding. This part right here takes a little bit of time. You just kind of backwards work it, get it out there. I kind of slowly pull them out, put it all back together like it originally was, because some people are particular about the way their straps go. And looking at this, I realized I didn't need to do any of that stuff. I could have just pulled them right out. So all that time I wasted doing it. Nice. Now when it comes to the stickers, sometimes these are just take a hair dryer and just kind of heat it up to kind of get the glue easy to separate, and just start peeling it off like a band-aid. It's not that big of a deal. It just sometimes takes a little bit of effort. Unpeel it, take it all off. Of course, it's going to be destroyed, and start sanding away. Usually the glue kind of comes with the stickers. If not, use like a 3M adhesive remover or like a Goo Gone. So I'm using about 400 grit, red Scotch Brite, kind of put it, that's about as much stuff as I used right there. Get in the booth, put a coat of sealer on, put a coat of white on, get it all ready. And now I started laying out my graphic, kind of put down a line and start figuring out the stripes that go from the front to back. I'm using tape as a measurement, just kind of doing one side and then kind of taping it off and measuring off the other side. And the lettering Maverick on the top, you kind of gotta just eyeball it. And unfortunately, I had to do each individual piece because of the way the helmet's kind of grooved up and down. You just can't lay the lettering right on top. It's going to look warped. Same thing with the back here. Get the letters cut out, untape it, put it on contact paper, transfer it onto the surface. And because the way the helmet is curved on the sides, it's going to kind of curve down or curve up. So I had to go ahead and just kind of press it up a little higher or a little lower. Now I got an idea of where my red stripes are going to go, because I already put down the tape for the white. Now I'm doing the red, so now I'm taping up the red. Alright, here's the problem with straight lines on this kind of surface. Each one of those bumps, it makes the lines look off. So you kind of got to go find one area of the helmet you want to make sure that's the focal point and work your lines off of that. You look at it from the sides, they may look a little off, so just focus on the forward of the helmet, the front of the helmet. Make sure that looks straight, because that's who's going to be staring at it, is that front shot. Not so much the side. Now with the side, I'm kind of using these holes and all these markings as my map. I'm putting the bird down on one side. I'm making sure it's a little bit far back so it's not interfering with the cage too much. And then you can see right there, I'm making sure to see how that circle and that little pizza slice is, that little sliver there. Go to the other side. Looks about the same, so I know it's pretty much on the money. Spray the outside, let it dry, and then go ahead and tape it up like I did there. Did the eye, and kind of get it ready and tape it all up and get it ready for the blue. And like I said earlier when I was talking about the back of the mask, this thing is long right here, and that piece curves a lot. So if I lay down this straight piece of vinyl, the wings of that plane are going to kind of curve upwards. It's going to look like crap. So what I got to do is kind of make sure I get the middle straight, make sure it all looks level, and then slice out the sides and kind of individually pull the wings down. So from the back side, it looks straight on. I had to cut it up in little sections right there to kind of make it all work like a puzzle piece. That hair right there is a dog we have, that thing, who has now put hair everywhere. And it's annoying, but I love that dog, so I gotta deal with it. Alright, 2 different colors of blue. I like this one. I showed the client, I said, here, I got this blue right here. He was like, nah, that's kind of not what I want. I kind of want the darker one. So a lot of this stuff, there's no color codes for the Maverick helmet from the movie Top Gun. You kind of gotta just eyeball it. So I would just like look at Hondas and Fords and whatever kind of car has a dark blue metallic, and Honda had a nice one. I went for it. He liked the color and sprayed it. Now see how I'm spraying right here? The blue is darker than red. Blue's going to cover up the red easier. So that's how it works out. It's like a layering effect. Unpeel the whole thing. Looks pretty good. Everything's nice and clean. No blowouts. A little bit of touch up here and there, especially in that little plain part. But uncovered all of it. Looks good. Spelled correctly. That's good for me. Started to unpeel this center section here, this white line. And then went, oh, damn, I realized I didn't put any kind of border around that star. So back taped it again so the star would stand out. Unpeeled the jet outline. Looked pretty good. Wiped it down good. Put a coat of clear on it. Let it sit a day. Sand it on down nicely, easily. Sand it. Don't go too crazy. After I hit all the main spots with like 500 grit sandpaper, scuff it up, touch it up, hit a final coat of clear. Not really kind of bury it, just kind of make sure it looks nice and smooth. And with the second coats of clear, all these lines are now buried. They're a lot smoother now. Looks like it's been dipped. I'll let it set a day or two, make sure it dries up real good. And then I just started unpeeling the backing of it. Now remember from before how I put all the screws and put them into the original padding holes, unscrew them, put them back in. And then when I go ahead and put these stickers back on, I went ahead and had a piece of vinyl back that was like waxy paper. So I stuck them on that so they would still have their original stick. Stick them back on, there you go. And as far as the strap goes over the back, I never put it back in because you guys that have these goalie masks, you're always going to do some kind of reverse kind of strap setup so you can see the back of it. So I just throw it in the bag along with it. So yeah, put all the screws together. Make sure it's on something clean so I don't scratch anything. Screw it all in, make sure it looks good. Put all the little spacers in, and I'm pretty much done. Ready for photos. So all put back together, everything looks really nice and tight. The cage actually matches up nice with the paint job. Everything's nice and clean, pretty centered, you know, and looks fairly similar to the original from the movie. So, you know, it's a little different on the design on top, but all in all, it's pretty much a right-on match. So I got this thing all boxed back up, padded up nice and well. Got it onto the UPS store before the holiday of Labor Day showed up. And like I said in one of my other videos, you know, I've been feeling like crap lately. Don't know what's going on. And, you know, the holiday, Labor Day, I'm out doing some yard work, and all of a sudden I started like feeling like crap. There it is being shipped away. And, you know, heart is racing, feeling like crap. Going the next day, doctor says go to another place. I go to a heart specialist. They found out that I had a freaking heart rate of 191 over 80. Put me in all these things, and then they found this in my chest cavity. Didn't have a heart attack, but what I had was a large cyst pressing on my heart and my lung. So happy birthday to me, because my birthday was on the 1st. I almost died. Anyway, I'll tell more in the next story. Like, follow, subscribe, whatever. All right, later.